Namaste, dear students. First of all, I want to welcome you to our English virtual class of grade 7. Dear students, today we are going to learn a grammatical item. So for that, first of all, you have to take out your exercise book, a pen or a pencil, and you have to watch me, okay, till the end of this class. And after this class, you will be able to do something in grammar what we would discuss today. So are you ready for that one? Good. Dear students, keep your exercise book, pen and pencil very ready, okay? And we are going to discuss something, we are going to learn something about grammatical item. And I am going to show you the slide. Please look at the slide and try to guess what we are going to learn today. We'll discuss about the sentences first. Are you ready? Very good. If so, look at the slide, dear students. See what is written there. Please read it out. Very good. Look at the pictures. Have you seen the pictures? Yes, no, because I am going to show you. Look at it very carefully. What do you see there? I want to show you another picture, dear students. Again, one more picture. So looking at this, dear students, you have to write a sentence. For example, for this first picture, you have to write a sentence in your exercise book. And for the second picture also, you have to write a sentence in your exercise book. And for the third picture also, you have to write a sentence in your exercise book. Please write down 3 sentences for these 3 pictures in your exercise book. Have you finished? Very good. What did you write there? Dear students, I am going to show you a sentence that I have written for the first picture. So you can compare your sentence with me, okay? So what is written here? Please read it. Yes, it is, the man who is holding a book is my friend. Dear students, is your sentence like mine? No. Maybe you might have written, the man is reading a book, isn't it? Oh, yes. And for the second picture, what did you write there? Please compare your sentence with my sentence. Say, I have written, the man who is reading the newspaper is my father. We'll discuss about these sentences, okay? So what is your third sentence? Yes, you might have written, the boy or the man is wearing a coat. Is that? Well, now you can again compare this sentence also. So what do I write there? Please read it out. The boy who is wearing a coat is my uncle. Dear students, have you found your sentences similar to my sentences? No. So I am going to tell you what we are going to learn. Before that, I just like to first of all discuss these 3 sentences. Dear students, if I ask you to, let's say, divide these sentences into 2-1, for example, I have written, the man who is holding a book is my friend. Can you divide this sentence into 2 parts? For example, how do you do? One is, you can write, the man is holding a book. Or you might have written, the man is reading a book, okay? Now, next, this is one sentence. And how can you write another sentence for that sentence? See, I have written here, the man who is holding a book is my friend. So, what can be another sentence, dear students? You can write simply, he is my friend, okay? So, there are 2 sentences. The man is holding a book, and another sentence we have is, he is my friend. Dear students, if I ask you to join these 2 sentences and make only one sentence, can you do that one? How do you do that one? Let's try. Have you finished? Very good. So I have written here, see, it is like this one. Again, look at the slide. The man who is holding a book is my friend. Dear students, for example, forget this who. Without keeping who, you can write down like this also. The man, please write it down in your exercise book with me, okay? The man holding, Holding, holding a book book is my friend. Please read it out once. What do I write here? The man holding a book is my friend. See, what is the difference between these two sentences? But meaning is same, isn't it? See, here is the man. The man is holding a book, and I have already shown you on the slide. See, the man who is holding a book is my friend. And if you don't write who, it becomes like this. The man holding a book is my friend. Dear students, if you feel difficulty to write who, to join these two sentences, then you can write in this way also, okay? I haven't written there who, but you can find the same meaning. Is it clear? So if so, how do you divide the second sentence into two sentences? Can you write it down, please? Look at the sentence is, the man who is reading the newspaper is my father. Okay? You can use who or you don't use who later on, but first of all, you have to divide this sentence into two sentences. The man who is reading the newspaper is my father. Have you finished? Okay, good. If so, now you can check your answers with me, okay? So I can write down the man is reading, let's say reading the newspaper. The newspaper, newspaper. What can be another sentence, dear students? You can tell me, please. Yes, you can write, he is my father, Father, father. See, I have divided this sentence into two sentences. See, the first one, you can find the man is reading the newspaper, and the second one is he is my father. So, I have already shown you on the slide using who. Dear students, look at. The man who is reading the newspaper is my father. Dear students, now your work is just join these sentences into one without using who. Forget who now, and then you can join two sentences to make only one. How do you do that one? Look at this example, and like this you can do. Please write it down. Have you finished? Very good. Then check your sentence with me, okay? If we don't use who, the man reading, reading, reading the newspaper, newspaper is my, let's say, father. So have you written like this? Very good. Dear students, look at, here is, see, the man is also here, he also there. He means who? He means this, the man. Okay? Here also the man, and here is also, he is my, let's say, he is my father. This he means also the man. Now, when we make two sentences, only one, at that time, we don't repeat the nouns, or we don't repeat the pronouns. See, the man is noun here. Okay, and then again we have he is also pronoun, and he is related to, let's say, the man. Okay, so when we make into one, at that time we write that noun only one time. For that one, we make two sentences into one. So if you write who, also no problem. See, the man who is reading the newspaper is my father, or if you write only the man reading the newspaper is my father, also correct. Okay, like this you can look at the third sentence. The boy who is wearing a coat is my uncle. Here is also a person, here is also a person, here is also a person. Okay, so I have written here, the boy who is wearing a coat is my uncle. Dear students, now you have to write this type of sentence without using who. Okay, So what is your sentence now? Please tell me. Yes, once again please tell me, what is your sentence? Very good. Your sentence becomes, the boy wearing a coat is my uncle. Have you written so? Very good. If so, I want to show you another slide. These pictures are from your textbook, okay? You can find these pictures in your textbook in Unit 1. Dear students, now you can have a look. A girl in front of television, then you can find, let's say, a woman on the bench, and then another girl using a mobile phone, okay? So if I ask you to write again 3 sentences for these 3 pictures, can you do that one? Please write it down in your exercise book. So what is your sentence? Dear students, don't forget, you have to write down this type of sentence, okay? You can use who, or you can't use who, no problem. If you use who, that will be also correct. If you don't use who, that will be also correct. Please write it down and you will check with me. Have you finished? Very good. If so, now you can check your first sentence of the slide. For the first picture, you can check with me. So what did I write here? The girl who is watching TV is my sister. Okay? See, the girl who is watching TV is my sister. Did you use who in your sentence? Oh, some of you yes, some of you no. Isn't it? Very good. If you have used who, you are correct. If you haven't used who, again you are correct. Okay? See, if you use who, then your sentence becomes like this. The girl who is watching TV is my sister. If you don't use who, then your sentence becomes, the girl watching TV is my sister. Okay? So if you want to break this sentence into 2 sentences, how do you break it now? Okay. First of all, you have to write down, the girl is watching TV. Okay? Your first sentence will be, the girl is watching TV. Okay? And then second sentence, what is your second sentence? Please tell me. Yes, your second sentence will be, she is my sister. And when we join these 2 sentences into one, it becomes either, the girl who is watching TV is my sister, or the girl watching TV is my sister. Okay? Dear students, I think you are getting some ideas, because we are going to, let's say, make only one sentence from 2 sentences. So I want to ask you to write again another sentence for this next picture. You can see a woman sitting on the bench. So please write down a sentence for this picture. Have you finished? Well done. Now check your sentence with me. Dear students, I have written here, the woman who is sitting on the bench is my grandmother. Okay? So what is your sentence? Please tell me. Very good. Have you used who or not? Yes, some of you used who, some of you did not use who. No problem. Both answers, both sentences are correct. Okay? So it means you can write either, the woman who is sitting on the bench is my grandmother, or you can write down only, the woman sitting on the bench is my grandmother. Okay? So if I ask you to divide this sentence into 2 sentences, how do you divide? See, your first sentence becomes, please tell me. Yes, very good. Your sentence is, the woman is sitting on the bench. This is the first sentence, okay? Then what is your another sentence? Please tell me. Yes, very good. Your next sentence, another sentence is, she is my grandmother. And when we make these 2 sentences into one, it becomes, the woman who is sitting on the bench is my grandmother, or the woman sitting on the bench is my grandmother. Okay? Dear students, now like this, you can write down another sentence for this third picture here. See, the girl is using a mobile phone. So what is your sentence? Please write it down in your exercise book. Dear students, again, I like to ask you to write the sentence for this another picture. See, the girl is using a mobile phone. So how do you write a sentence for this one? Please write it down. Have you finished? Very good. Now check your sentence with my sentence. I have written the girl who is using a mobile phone is my best friend. See, so you can write down without who also. Your sentence can be the girl using a mobile phone is my best friend. Okay, but if you write who, then it becomes the girl who is using a mobile phone is my best friend. Dear students, if I ask you to divide this one sentence into two sentences, then how do you divide? Please make two sentences from that one. See, your first sentence can be the girl, the Girl, girl is using a mobile phone. Is it? Very good. Next sentence can be she is my best friend, friend, friend. See, your sentences can be like this. So the first sentence can be the girl is using a mobile phone. Another sentence can be she is my best friend. And when we make one sentence from these two sentences, it becomes, see, I have already written there the girl, Girl, girl. Please you also write down the girl who is using a mobile phone is my best friend, best friend, friend. Or if you don't want to write down who, then your sentence should be the girl. Let's say the girl using using a mobile phone phone is my best friend, best friend. So do you have this sentence? Very good, dear students. So it means in our 6 pictures, in our 6 sentences, you have seen only who, W-H-O, who, W-H-O, who, W-H-O, who, okay? So I want to show you something, dear students. Now, can you guess what we are learning today? Please read it, what I have written here. Yes, it is relative clause. Have you ever heard the term relative clause, dear students? Maybe not, okay? Maybe yes. Anyway, no problem. I am here to teach you to use relative clause today. So are you ready for it? Very good. So can you tell me, dear students, after looking at who in our sentences, what can be a relative clause? What is relative clause? Then we will practice again some more sentences, okay? See, what is relative clause? Can you tell me? Oh, you are very near to my point. See, I want to show you. See, relative clause is a word that is used to give extra information about the nouns. Dear students, you can look at here also. See, we are using who? The girl. To give extra information about this girl, this is noun, the girl is noun, okay? And to give extra information about this noun, we are using who. If you don't use who now also, no problem, okay? So we use this who just to give extra information of the nouns. Which one is noun in this sentence, dear students? Yes, very good. It is the girl. So what is extra information? Can you find it out in this sentence, dear students? Using a mobile phone. See the first sentence, the girl is using a mobile phone. So which can be the extra information? Yes, the extra information is she is my best friend. So to add this extra information, we use relative clause, that is who. Okay, so we'll practice some more relative clauses later on. Then why do we use this relative clause again, dear students? See, second point. Please write it down in your exercise book, okay? You may forget, so you have to remember it. Another reason to use relative clause is it is used to join two sentences without starting another sentence. Dear students, see, we have two sentences here. No? For example, the girl is using a mobile phone, and we have another sentence, she is my best friend. So to join these two sentences and to make only one sentence, we are using a relative clause. And see, when we use relative clause, two sentences become only one sentence, and we are not starting another sentence. Okay, so for that reason also we use relative clause. Next, it makes our it makes our sentences complex from the simple ones. Dear students, if you write only the girl is using a mobile phone, it is a very simple sentence. Okay, we have subject, let's say subject, predicate. Okay, or you can say we have subject, verb, and object. Okay, simple sentence. But when we use relative clause and make two sentences into one, at that time it becomes complex sentences. Okay. We have more, let's say, nouns also, and it is not like very simple sentence. Do you understand? If so, dear students, I want to show you another slide again. See some of the things you have to know about relative clause. Please look at the slide. I want to show you. Again, as I have already explained you, it's written here. It is used to give extra information about the nouns in the main clause without starting another sentence, which we have already discussed. Okay, a relative clause starts with a relative pronoun, so you can find out relative pronouns, these things. So who, we have who. Now at this time, let's look at only who. We use who for people. Okay, later on we'll discuss again that one. And you can find we use for subject or object pronoun for people. For example, that's the woman who brought my house. Later on we'll discuss in detail, okay, with practice. Just look at and listen to me. Which are that? Subject or object pronoun for animals or things. For animals or things we use which or that. For people we use who. Okay. Example, the horse which Mary was riding is very friendly and beautiful. Okay. Next, where. Where is related to place. If you want to join the sentences related to place, at that time you have to use where. We found the wood where I used to go. Okay. Next, when. When is related to time. That's why if you want to join the sentences related to time, you have to use when. I will never forget the day when I graduated. Okay. And another whose, possession. Possession. For example, I have a marker. Whose marker is this? This is mine, If we want to show something belongs to someone, at that time we have to use whose. Later on we'll discuss in our sentences. Okay. After this, dear students, look at, we have relative clauses we are discussing. So I want to show you. See, we have already discussed also. Now I just want to ask you, if we want to refer to a people, if we want to join two sentences into one, and if that sentence has people, or you can say person, what do we have to use? Can you tell me? See, if it is about person, so what clause do you use? Another picture I have, another picture I have. Dear students, now can you write a sentence again for this picture? And again you have to write another sentence for this second picture. And again you have to write another sentence for this third picture. At least you have to write down 3 sentences here. So how do you write? Please try. Have you finished? Very good. Now check your sentence with my sentence. You can compare your sentence with my sentence. Okay. Examples. See, we use who or whom or let's say whose for the people. But in what case? I want to show you. If it is subject, for example, let's say if we use to relate subject, at that time we use, let's say, who. The woman who is standing there is my mother. Okay. This woman is subject. In this case, we use who. Is it clear? But if the noun is about object, related to object, we have to use whom. Do you know? The man whom you are calling is a doctor. Dear students, do you know what is subject in a sentence? What is object in a sentence? Very simply, listen to me. Subject means the doer in a sentence, okay? But object is not the doer. Whatever the subject does in a sentence, the effect goes to, let's say, object, okay? So if we want to relate object, at that time we have to use whom. For example, here the man whom you are calling is a doctor, okay? And whose, in what condition do we use whose? Possession or ownership. For example, I have already told you, this is my marker. This is not yours, okay? This is not someone else. It is mine. So if I want to show it belongs to mine, at that time you have to use whose, okay? So for example, the man whose leg is broken is our English teacher. See, the leg is broken here, and the broken leg belongs to this man, and this man is English teacher, okay? Now next, these three words are used for people, okay? Referring to people. Now I am going to show you refers to place. Can you guess the word that we use to refer the place? Yes, that can be, see, it is also a place. I want to show you examples, okay? So the first sentence, looking at this picture, can you write a sentence? Please write it down. Have you finished? Very good. Now you can compare your sentence with my sentence. Where? We use where, okay? Example, the place where I was born is very beautiful. Okay, for example, I was born in this place. You were born in your one place, okay? And if you can break this sentence into two sentences also. Do you know it or not? So, and if we want to make them one, at that time we can take help of this word, that is where. The place where I was born is very beautiful. Do you know? If you want to break this sentence into two, how do you break? You can write down the place I was born, full stop, and then you can write down again, it is very beautiful. Okay, let's try one thing. The place, the P-L-A-C-E, place, I was born, B-O-R-N, born. And then you can write down, it is very beautiful, B-E-A-U-T-I-F-U-L, beautiful. See, we are making these two sentences into one. So the first sentence can be, the place I was born, and another, it is very beautiful. So when we make it into one, at that time you can find like this. See, the place where I was born is very beautiful. Okay. Next example I like to show you. Look at and read, please. The place where you visited last year is very expensive. For example, last year you went to a tourist place, okay, and then you found that place is very expensive. So in this case, there are two sentences. For example, you can break this sentence into two sentences as, the place you visited last year, full stop, and you can write down, it is very expensive. So if we want to make those two sentences into one, at that time, we can write down like this. The place where you visited last year is very expensive. Okay. After this, I want to show you one more word again. Refers to time. So what can be the word to refer time when we want to join two sentences and make only one? Dear students, yes, it is about time. Example I want to show you. This is, let's say, when, okay? So please, can you write down a sentence related to time? Okay, good. Now you can compare your sentence with my sentence. So what is written here, dear students? The day when I was born is very important for me. See, you can break this sentence into two. The day I was born, and full stop. Then you can again write down, it is very important for me. And if you want to combine those two sentences into one, it becomes like this. The day when I was born is very important for me. This is another example. The year when we walk together is memorable. Okay. Now last word I want to show you. for referring to thing or animal. What word do you use if you want to refer to animals or things while making two sentences into one? That is examples I want to show you, okay? Yes, we have to use either which or that, okay? So example, the car which, or you can say that you bought yesterday is expensive. Or you can say the bag which or that you gave me last year is very beautiful, okay? So it is about things and we are joining to make two sentences into one, which or that. If you want to, let's say, break this sentence into two sentences, how do you? One, you can write the car you bought yesterday, full stop, and then you can write down it is expensive, okay? And when we make it one, it becomes like this. Likewise, second sentence, if you want to break this sentence into two sentences, it becomes like the bag you gave me last year, one sentence, full stop, and another sentence will be it is very beautiful, okay? And when we combine them, it becomes the bag which you gave me last year is very beautiful, or the bag that you gave me last year is very beautiful, okay, dear students? Now I want to show you, look at the following examples again, dear students. See, these are from your book, okay? The man is reading the paper, the man is my brother, okay? This example is from your textbook. There are two sentences. See, the first sentence is the man is reading the paper, and the second sentence is the man is my brother. Another sentence we have the mobile phone is mine, one sentence, and another sentence the mobile has touch screen. So if you want to write in one sentence for this number A, how do you write? Please try it. And for number B, how do you write? Only one sentence. Please try it. Have you finished? Very good. Now you compare and check your answers with my answers, okay? See, the man who is reading the paper is my brother, okay? Or you can write down the man reading the paper is my brother also, okay? Second sentence, the mobile which or that has touch screen is mine, okay? Or you can write only the mobile with touch screen is mine also can be correct. Do you understand? So you can use who because this is man related to people, and we use here which or that related to thing, mobile phone, okay? Next, now I like to give you some questions from your textbook, dear students. In the examples above, two sentences are combined into one. So far, we have learned to combine two sentences into one. There are two sentences, and from two sentences, we make only one sentence. Is it clear? So I want to give you some questions from your textbook. Now instruction for you, combine the following sentences as in the examples. Examples I have already shown you. Now your sentence is, question number A, the class is near the office. And another sentence, the class is ours, okay? Another sentence for you, question, the book is mine, the book has a hard cover. Another number, the boy is wearing a blue shirt, the boy is my cousin, okay? Another question, the painter is deaf person, the painter is using sign language. And one more question, the woman is a nurse, the woman is in a red sari. Dear students, now your work is to write these sentences into one. From these two sentences, you have to combine and you have to make only one sentence. And for other numbers also, you have to do the same. Well, now you can check your sentences with my sentences once again. See, the class here, it seems like a place, but it is worked here as a thing, you know. That's why you can write which or that. So the sentence becomes the class which or that is near the office is ours. Or you can write down the class near the office is ours, also you can write down. Which or that if you don't like to use, and if you want to combine these two sentences into one, then you can write down the class near the office is ours, okay? So next answer you can look at, dear students. What is it? Please read it out and check with yours. The book which that has a hardcover is mine. If you don't like to use which or that, you can write down the book with a hardcover is mine. Okay, so book is related to again thing, so we use here which or that. Another answer, please check with it. The boy who is wearing a blue shirt is my cousin. We are using who. Why? Because the boy is a person. And if you don't want to use who, you can write down the boy wearing a blue shirt is my cousin. Okay. Next, the painter who is using sign language is a deaf person. Who, painter is a person, so we use who here. And if you don't want to use who, then your answer can be the painter using sign language is a deaf person also. Is it clear to you, dear students? Now another answer, the woman. Woman is also related to person, people. Okay, so the woman who is in a red sari is a nurse. Or you can write down the woman in a red sari is a nurse. Okay. Finally, dear students, I like to give you exercise for your more practice. Okay, so the sentences for you are, see again same thing, there are two sentences and you have to combine them into one. Okay, the first sentence for you is, I saw a man, he was riding a bicycle. Please write it down in your notebook. Okay, this is your home assignment. The second sentence, I gave money to a man, I knew him well. The third sentence for you, you called a woman, her dog was sick. Another sentence, you went to Dhulik Hill, your father was walking there. Another sentence, yesterday I danced at my birthday party, my friends gathered. Okay. Now the last sentence for you, you bought me a pen, it wrote very nicely. Dear students, there are two sentences in each line, okay, and you have to combine them into one. For example, for this number one, you can use who to relate, okay, because here is a man. Man is a person and we remove this he, okay, we don't repeat. So your sentence can be, I saw a man who was riding a bicycle. This is how you have to do rest of the exercise. Is it clear, dear students? Very good. Dear students, I hope you enjoyed our today's class. I also hope that you might have better understood about using relative clause. This much for today. Have a good time. Goodbye.